Hi, welcome to Performance Platform. This is an initiative taken by Genesis as a company where we go and revisit the colleges where we have already trained and we speak to the students who have successfully landed themselves into the career of their dreams. One such rock star with us right now is Divya from PS Mandya. Welcome, Divya.
Hi, sir.
How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling very happy. I'm very much relaxed. I don't have much tensions now. I feel like everything is sorted.
So life is at a better pace right
Yeah.
now. Great. Uh, I've personally seen Divya. We started training in PS Mandya, especially for her batch from the first semester.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of effort has been put in by Divya from first semester. Attending classes being one of the first things that she did, training classes. And let's listen to her, like how she changed her entire her. I mean, how she actually got her, onto the path where she achieved her dreams and how easy or how difficult was it for her. All right, Divya. So let's take it step by step. First of all, engineering, half of us do not want to do it, and the remaining rest of us, engineering is a mirage that we keep chasing. So how was your journey from the first semester till the seventh semester?
It was it was smooth. In the first semester, from the first semester, we were given the placement training, but we were not serious during the first years and second years. So we were told lot of times to do some courses or take up some internships, and also to do something which is not in the academics, so that it will give some extra value to our profile. But we did not take it during the first year of engineering or second year of engineering. So during the third year of engineering, we became serious. Especially I became a little bit serious because we saw our seniors struggling to get job. So I became a bit serious and I started preparing for placements from the sixth semester of engineering. And from then on, I attended the training from the beginning of the engineering, that is from first year, but um, I was very much serious only in the sixth semester. So but from sixth semester I worked out on aptitudes, then I concentrated on technical, then also on GD, then even PI, everything. I worked on everything, not leaving any. I worked on everything.
Any special books or websites that you visited to which enhanced your
Yeah.
preparation?
So first, I used to refer the materials which were given in college for both technical and aptitude. So after referring this, I mean after completing this, then I used to refer books like R.S. Agarwal's Aptitude. Then for technical, let us see. Um, and coming to websites for aptitude, I used to refer M4Maths, IndiaBix, and even for technical, I used to refer IndiaBix and Geeks for Geeks.
Oh, nice. So you said from technically from sixth semester
Yeah.
the heat was on. All right. So you just had 6 months to prepare. So this 6 months that you got, do you think it was good enough, or would you suggest just 6 months of preparation for everyone, or even for yourself? Do you think 6 months was good enough, or do you think you should have invested some more time?
No, I think 6 months is good enough for preparing for aptitude and technical, but not for your attitude. I mean, if you want to be confident, or if you want to interact with people well, from the beginning of the engineering, you have to involve yourselves in many of the activities which are taking place in our college. So we have many clubs. We do a lot of we organize a lot of functions and programs and competitions. So I was in most of the clubs and the competitions from the beginning. So that that built a confidence in me. So after that, in sixth semester, I prepared only on aptitude and technical. So rest all it was done during the placement classes from the beginning, and also by interacting with the people.
So you're saying by the time you reached your sixth semester, you had already taken care of the most important part, which is your attitude,
Yeah.
which is being confident, being vocal, speaking properly, working on your communication.
Yeah.
So if we look at it in a technical standpoint, your preparation has started from almost the first year itself.
Yeah.
Because you started working on yourself, how to present yourself, how to talk. And then when it came to the last 6 months, you completely concentrated on aptitude and technical. Yeah?
Yeah.
Amazing. So let's come to the D-Day where the interview actually happened. What was the first round? First of all, which company?
I am placed in GlobalEdge and Continental.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how was it? What was the first round for both the companies?
Both the rounds for first round was aptitude and technical. So it was easy. The GlobalEdge one, it was easy because in that most of the questions or most of the things came from what we had studied in the college. I mean, what we were trained. So it was easy. But a continental aptitude, it was a bit difficult. And even I have attended still more companies like EY, then TCS. Most of the companies, they follow AMCAT pattern. So almost those questions or the concepts which were in those tests, it was we were trained on that. So it was not very difficult, but the only thing was we need to manage the time. Time was the only critical issue. So the aptitude round, it went good.
Awesome. So, the more you involve, the more you learn, the more you basically concentrate on the trainings and your initiatives outside will help you better to prepare for the first round, which is the written round, which is the aptitude round. Okay, great. What was the second round?
Second round was technical interview. It was face-to-face technical interview. They won't ask anything in complex. They concentrate. I am from a computer science background. So they mostly concentrate on C++, data structure. So even in C and C++, they don't ask us to write any complex programs or anything. They concentrate on very basics like memory allocation. They start from the memory allocation. They'll ask very basic questions. We won't even expect such basic questions. So we were trained on that also. So it was very helpful. Then comes in GlobalEdge and Continental, I had technical round, but in EY I had GD. So one thing I would like to say about GD is that we were very much prepared for GD. So they had trained us. You had trained us so much on GD. In EY company, almost 20 members from our college had shortlisted for GD. So among that, 18 to 19 attended, and out of that, 12 members cleared the GD round. So, and that was a pool campus. People from JC College, NIE College, and Vidyavadaka, they were also there. But I guess the people from our college were better in GD when compared to others, because they usually select 2 or 3 people from a batch, and in our batch, both the people from PSC cleared the GD round.
So practice makes you perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So first round, again to reiterate, so it would be first round of written round, aptitude, which will have the logical aptitude, quantitative aptitude, and verbal. All right, and then would be your second round where a face-to-face technical is going to happen, where according to you, a lot of basic questions will be happening. So you're saying like one needs to brush up the basics of C and C++ before they go to an interview. All right.
Another point adding to that is, when a question is being asked for us, we need to answer what we know. Because when we answer any question, the next question will be from our answer itself. Okay. So they may ask you the meaning of some of the terms which we had included in our answers. So we should not answer something which we don't know perfectly. So we need to answer what we know perfectly. And also it depends upon us how the interview goes, because if we need to turn the interview to our side, because we need to answer what we know. So we need to take the interview in a track that they ask the questions on the concept which we know.
How did you do that?
Whenever they ask some questions, I used to answer only what I know. I was not even mentioning the words which I do not know, which I do not know completely or in depth. So I used to stress or focus on the concepts which I know while I was answering any question, so that the next question would be on that concept.
So
And
basically, you started
yeah,
projecting what you're strong in.
yeah,
Okay, you started talking about things that you're strong in, concepts that you're strong in,
strong.
so that the next subsequent questions would be on the points that you've made.
Yeah.
Oh, great. So this is what happened in PI. I'm assuming even in PI there were two different rounds.
No, 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 only
Just one HR round.
yeah.
What happened in the HR round?
HR round, it's like HR round in GlobalEdge. Once you are done with the technical round, it's like HR round will be very easy. There's no rejection in the HR round. But in some of the companies, it's like once you are done with all the rounds, there will be no rejections in HR round. But in most of the companies, rejection do happen in HR round. So in HR round, the first and foremost question is, tell me about yourself. We were well trained on that question, so we answered it well. Then I want to mention one thing. So for me in Continental, the first question was, two panel members were there. What is our name?
Oh,
What is
nice.
our name? They asked, because previous day we had a pre-placement talk. So there they had mentioned their names. So the first question was, what is our name? Then they asked me, what do you love about your district? I mean Mandya. So what is it famous for? Then they asked me about my family. It was casual questions, or it was like a casual talk. And another thing I want to mention is, so you have trained us that when EC people or when mechanical branch students, when the interviewer asks them the question, so you are from EC background or mechanical background, but why do you want to enter this IT field? So similarly, even computer science students get those kind of questions, because Continental, it is a core EC company.
Yeah.
So they asked me the question. So this is mostly based on the embedded system, or it's more like EC company. So why do you want to get into that company? So to answer those questions, we need to know the job profile well. So before going to the interview, I suggest the students to
Go
go
through
through
the
the
job.
job profile.
Okay, job profile. So, what was the job profile you went for, and how did you handle that particular question?
So I was knowing that it was the job was more on the development, it was developing the ABS and coding for embedding systems. So whatever I was knowing, I said that. And when they asked me, do you have any queries or like that? So I asked them to in detail explain the job profile.
Oh, okay. So you had a basic idea as to
Yeah.
what profile you're applying for and what they are searching
Yeah.
for. So you spoke and you connected that, like how you can use your CS core strength to amalgamate with
Yeah.
EC and that particular job profile, and that's how you pitched.
Yeah.
Great. Anything that you think you could have done better?
Project.
Yeah.
Project. So in sixth semester we'll be having the projects. One keynote to everyone is that have a strong project. Our project, it was not strong enough. Though I was good at technical, I was not having the strong project. That was the one drawback which I had. So we need to have a very strong project.
How important are internships in getting a job?
Internships, it's not about doing an internship, but what you learn in the internship. So even if you when they ask what you have done in the internship, if you answer that question properly, or if you if you have learned anything, then that would add an impact. So if it's just for name's sake, it will not have any impact.
So basically, if you've done an internship, you need to really talk about it in an interview.
Yeah, we have to learn something from that internship so that we can talk.
Which would add value.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Diva, everything sounds, whatever you said, like, sounds like a lot of hard work, a lot of focus, a lot of dedication. I'm sure, but there have been days when you felt really low, when you were bored, when you were like, you know what, I am done, I cannot do it. And it happens in all our lives. Like, once we start doing something, the stress adds on.
Yeah.
There are small failures on the way, or small setbacks on the way, and we need to get up and pick ourselves up and go through. So I'm sure you also face such things. How did you handle it?
Um, I did not face such things actually, because I got placed in the first and the second company itself. But during the preparation time,
During the preparation
yeah,
time,
during the preparation time, I was a bit scared because I was preparing a lot. I mean, I was from the sixth. Usually, people don't start from sixth semester. They'll push it further, further, further. They won't start from sixth semester. I had started from sixth semester, so the fear in me was, what if I fail in the aptitude round? So what if I fail to get qualified? So I have been preparing from so long. So that was the only fear in me. So even though I am preparing from so many days, what if I fail in the first company itself? Or what if I will not even qualify the first round? That was the fear which I had.
So okay, so fear kept you going. Fear always kept you on your track. How to handle boredom, Divya? I mean, these are a lot of common questions that people ask me during preparation. There is a lot of boredom.
No. Actually, we don't get any boredom because usually the regular subjects which we study, those subjects will be boring. But aptitude, it's not boring. So if they love maths or if they like maths, then it will be a plus point. So we'll never get bored of aptitude or even technical questions. So it's like we are not reading any theory for the interview, for preparations. So we'll be solving some problems, or we'll be tackling some code or logic. And even if you are bored or if you get bored, in some of the websites will be having online tests. Take up those online tests. It will be good. I did not feel bored during the preparation.
So you're saying the only key to a successful preparation is your determination, your focus, for you to create a beautiful future for yourself. So once you're fixed on that, all these things automatically fall in place. Great. One last question. If you got an opportunity to go back in time and change something about your preparation, is there anything, or if there is, what would it be?
A project, obviously project.
Okay.
Because in both the interviews also I faced a question like, this is not a project which will be done in 6th sem. You don't have a strong project. That is the only question which made me feel low. It's like they directly said, this is not a third year project. Even second year people can do. They said that. So that I would like to change my project if I could go back.
Have a more qualitative
Yeah.
project rather than an easy one. Great. Any piece of advice to your juniors who are preparing or who are yet to prepare?
That's what they think is, they think we still have time, but no, we don't have time. It's better to start practicing from, yeah, actually if you start practicing from 6th semester it is enough, but it depends upon your capability. So if you're very weak, then you have to start a little early. So why I said 6th semester is, it's like you will be free. It's even semester will be free. So daily, if we practice a little bit, at least if we practice once in a week, if we give quality time for the preparation, it will be good instead of struggling at the last moment.
The day before the interview. Okay.
That's what. Then another thing is, it is better to involve yourself in some of the organization. If it is better to interact with people, and better to take things seriously. That is what the trainers say, we need to take it seriously, because until we come to the 7th semester, I mean last year, we won't realize it. So and I suggest to have a strong project.
Strong
Project.
Great.
So and another thing is, what people will do is, some of them they'll be having a strong project, but it won't be their project. So if you have a strong project, you need to know everything about that project. Maybe the improvisation of the project, the code of their project, the drawback of their project. They need to know everything. And GD and all, they'll get used to it.
They need to practice?
Yeah, they need to practice. You'll make them to practice. Then PI also, if they have done all this very well, then PI, if they follow what you have taught in the class, that's enough, more than enough.
Great. So, amazing folks out there who are ready to be rock stars. That was Divya giving you an entire download of her journey. Um, what I would like to understand from my conversation with Divya is like preparation is certainly key, and even though I've seen Divya from her first semester, there is a lot of involvement that she shows. Like, she has been showing. One is, of course, continuously attending classes, but apart from that, her willingness to step out of the regular college and home, and involve in a lot of other activities in the college to build her confidence and improve her communication also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like all of us say, it is just not the books and the marks. It is along with the books and the marks that you do, which will help you crack the career of your dreams. Thank you so much, Divya. It was always been a pleasure training you and now interviewing you. May you have all the success that you always aspired for.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye bye.